Shining bright lotus. Hi, Ekai Joel Kreisberg. We are preparing for the fall practice period, which begins October 18th. And this is a 6-week practice period. And we are very excited that we are going to be working with the text When the Buddha Needs Therapy by Kogan Keith Martin Smith. Kogan will be teaching as one of the 6 Dharma teachers for this 6-week practice period. And you're invited. So please come. You know, the question is, why are we using this text and what does this text have to do with our practice? And it's really actually an essential one. I think Junpo Roshi's agenda in his teachings for at least the last 10 years, if not the last 15 years of his life, was to fill in a gap that occurs when the Rinzai form, which we're trained in, overly focuses on pure transcendent koan work. So it's kind of like if you just focus on waking up and you don't pay attention to how you show up, how you clean up, how you grow up, then it's possible to spiritual bypass. Spiritual bypassing is not an ancient word. It's actually a modern word. It's the idea that we can meditate away our problems rather than we can use our meditation practice to better recognize how to skillfully approach the challenges that we face in our life. And so Junpo Roshi decided to use this Rinzai technology of koan work to try and work with emotional maturity. That is the emphasis of a lot of the work we do around here at Shining Bright Lotus. And so I'm going to record a series of just short videos just introducing you to this text, When the Buddha Needs Therapy, and with the hope that maybe you'll join us for our practice period. The first chapter of the book is called The Problem with Spiritual Identity. And it's a wonderful chapter because it sort of shows you that your practice is more than just your practice. Your practice ends up being an identity that we wear. I'm a meditator, or I don't wear it. I don't say I'm a meditator, but I'm walking around with the lens filter of being a person who meditates. I'm a Buddhist practitioner. And so we all have identities. And identities are, whether they're traditional identity, I'm a, golfer, or I'm a sailor, or I'm a liberal, or I'm a Republican, versus I'm a Zen Buddhist, or I'm a Tibetan Buddhist, or I'm a, follower of Sri Ramakrishna. They're all can become part of our sense of self, our sense of identity. And from a Zen perspective, there's no better or worse identity. There's just identities. And so how do we actually embody our identity and make sense of it? And how do we are actually skillfully recognize that that identity therefore creates duality in the world, and I have to be able to transcend that identity. I need to be able to include it and transcend. I noticed that, one of my teachers, Vimala, used to like to switch it around and have it be that we include and transcend rather than transcend and include, which is Ken Wilber's term. So, I really encourage you to sort of look into the challenges that spiritual identities have, because if we favor vegetarianism, or we favor Buddhism, or we favor not vaccinating our children, or we favor liberal social constructs because that's what enlightenment means to us, then we haven't really embodied the teachings, and we're creating another, what seems like a healthier, but it's actually just another structure from which to separate ourselves from others. And since the core fundamental notion of Shakyamuni Buddhist teachings are that we're not separate, right, and that everything in our experiences is arising in relation to everything else, then we need to become aware of our identity, our spiritual identity. We need to be more fluid at recognizing it and not being attached to it. And then we need to also see how our temperament, our demeanor, our reactivity also fits like a glove into the way we understand ourselves. And all of that becomes part of what we allow to become aware of. We can bear witness to ourself as part of our transcendence, our transcending. So I'm going to pause there and say thank you for listening to me. And I look forward to talking to you again in the next few days. And as I said, go to shiningbrightlotus.org and join us for the fall practice period when the Buddha needs therapy. Thank you. Shining Bright Lotus.